So, what does this all mean though? Because we have those three truths: your body is meant to birth, and the medical system doesn't support physiological birth, and our birth culture reinforces that. What does that really look like when it comes to planning your birth? Well, here's a few examples. Okay. So you grew up believing that pregnancy lasts 40 weeks and that it's dangerous to go past your due date. And you later learn that the due date is a guess date and that the average gestation for a first time mom is 41 weeks and 3 days, not 40 weeks. So now you've reached 40 weeks and there's no signs of labor. You really don't want an induction, but your care provider is citing the data that it's dangerous to go past 40 weeks and schedules your induction for 41 weeks. So, what are you going to do? And example two, you desperately want to have a vaginal birth after cesarean, VBAC, but your family insists it's dangerous, or maybe it's your OB who says it's dangerous, or the mom group. Somebody is saying that VBAC is dangerous. So you find information that states that VBAC is a reasonable option for most women and that the risks of a repeat C-section are higher than the risks of VBAC. Now, your care provider, unfortunately, is VBAC tolerant, which means they will only allow you to have a VBAC if you go into labor before 39 weeks gestation and your baby isn't too big. So you know that's not what the evidence has shown, but your doctor is insisting that you have a scheduled repeat C-section just in case you don't go into labor on time. So what do you do? So the thing that these two scenarios have in common is this: your mindset. This is why one of my pillars of empowerment is mindset. It's the first one in the list. The right mindset is key. So if you know that the risk of induction is not as great as the risk of an unwanted emergency C-section, or simply a birth experience that deviates from what you want, and you grew up being taught that you can make your own decisions, then you might be able to throw out the old belief easily. Same if you've done your research on VBAC and you know women who have achieved successful VBACs. So basically your mindset is strong. However, if you were taught that the doctor is the expert and you have to defer to all authority, you may be in conflict with what you know about induction or VBAC versus the societal expectations of trusting the doctor who knows best, even if they're basing their recommendation on outdated information or preferences. So if you still have that feeling of the doctor is knowing more than me, that can screw you up. So this is called cognitive dissonance in psychology, and it refers to a situation involving a conflicting attitude, belief, or behavior. So if you believe that birth is inherently painful, passive, and you have no control over it, then it's difficult to take control of your birth and decisions, or make any choices that you know are more based on evidence if they conflict with that belief that birth needs to be passive and you need to listen to the doctor, or you have no control, or things are going wrong. And I have a fear traps training on my website, and it's also available in the Facebook group and on YouTube. It's called the Fear Traps, and it goes deeper into this. So how have these three factors impacted your confidence to birth your baby without medical interference? I want you to pause the video at this point and come back to it after you've written out the answer to this question. I really want you to take some time and think about how these three factors of your body is designed to birth, but you've been taught that your body is broken and defective, the medical system not actually supporting true natural birth, and your cultural upbringing and what you've really learned from society about birth, how has that impacted your confidence to birth your baby without any medical interference? Like, let's just assume for a second that birth is going to go well for you. Okay. We're not going to even visit the something going wrong, but I want you to also think what fears are coming up in that. Like maybe it is, oh, something's going to go wrong. Okay. Well, where did that come from? How has that impacted your decision? Where is this coming from? And when you're done with that, you can come back to this. Okay.